And through all these efforts to make a small city really a kind of a hotbed of urban experimentation, growth and change, then Mayor Malloy worked tirelessly, which we know is actually his real middle name, and he worked to attract and retain businesses throughout his time. The vast South End redevelopment project that we're in the middle of today, the process I should say, now being managed so effectively by the administration of Mayor Pavia, and again I introduced Laura Aubuchon a moment ago, really started on Dan's watch, and it really benefited from his strong support and his leadership. So I guess it's simple to say that Mayor Malloy is doing now for Connecticut what he did for Stamford. So that's the background. Now we move to the main act. Please welcome Governor Daniel P. Malloy.
At this very location, part of the story that you were alluding to was back in 1996. We brought a consulting company to Stamford to help us vision what the South End would and should become as changes in manufacturing were taking place and were quite evident. Sasaki did a great study. Obviously, the pictures of buildings changed, but the basic cornerstone was that work that we did in 1996, which is a way of saying that economic development is not done overnight. It's done over a long period of time in which those efforts must be sustained, including great placemaking. And I think Stamford has been very good at placemaking under the current leadership of Mayor Pavia, under the prior leadership of myself. We've done some remarkable things, including, as was alluded to, the building of some housing. But the reason we're here today is a major announcement, and I'd like to note that we have one of the co-leaders of Bridgewater Associates here, but I had the pleasure of sitting down with Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates in Davos last January, when for the first time on a face-to-face basis we conversed about his vision of Bridgewater going out into the future. That took place at the World Economic Forum this past January. These things take a while to pull together. But I'm proud to see that our persistence and shared commitment to growing Connecticut's economy, our effort to make Connecticut a leader in financial services industry, are paying real dividends today. Today's announcement is great news, not just for Stamford, but for our entire state. For a long time, our state failed to compete for the kinds of good-paying jobs with good benefits that will grow and sustain our economy. Thanks to the Next 5 program and the sequel First 5 program, we are clearly charting a new course for Connecticut. The project we're discussing today represents a $750 million investment, one that will create a brand new 700,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility here in Stamford, retain 1,225 jobs that currently exist in Connecticut, and add as many as 1,000 more jobs over the next 10 years. These jobs have the potential to grow our economy in a profound way because the spin-off effect of positions like these will drive growth in other sectors. To have a company of Bridgewater's stature make the business decision to invest $750 million in our state and significantly increase its workforce is not only an extraordinary economic win, but signals to the rest of the world that Connecticut is strengthening its leadership position in the very competitive financial services sector. This didn't happen overnight, as I've said. These deals take a fair amount of time to pull together. If you're looking for proof of that fact, just look around you. 20 years ago, here at Harbor Point, we were at an aging industrial site. It's quite different today. And by the way, we have built in the kinds of amenities available to the general public that prior to that early planning work, no one was really thinking about. Today, Harbor Point is a destination for new investment in top companies, and Stamford is an engine for economic growth for the state. A recovery won't happen overnight either. Even with this announcement, the announcement that we're making today, or the ones that we've made just in the last few weeks, it's still going to take a long period of time to turn what was 22 years of defeat into a victory for the state of Connecticut. but Connecticut is competitive again. This is the eighth and the largest of our next 5 projects. So it's the eighth of our economic development major projects. It's the third next 5. Now let me just drill down on these numbers for you. These total of 8 projects represent $1.4 billion in investment by the private sector in Connecticut. We will retain 10,700 jobs, and we will grow 4,548, was the number I came up with, additional jobs over the coming years here in Connecticut. So I'm very happy to be with all of you and indicate, by the way, on those jobs numbers, those are only the direct employment jobs by the companies that we've entered into these transactions with. It is not a predictor of the, or the REMI model used to tell us what other jobs will be created. We're just getting started. I see a future where all of Connecticut's large urban centers are magnets for investment, innovation, and world-class talent, where new businesses are created and grow. We'll get there by making wise investments in growth industries, in housing, and in workforce and education policy. Today is another major step on that course to an economic revival, and Connecticut is proud that Bridgewater will continue to be part of our bright future. Now, a few other points that I simply want to make. I have kept the mayor well advised of the progress of this project. A lot of this project was done with some degree of secrecy, as you might imagine. This project has been out on the street for states and counties and municipalities to consider. But we stayed at it, we worked hard, and we certainly had a great developer working with us as well. The mayor's plans required that he not be here, but certainly he is represented, and I appreciate his willingness to work with us. Now, on a point that needs to be covered, there will be some controversy about this project. There always is. This is subject to local approval. The state is not telling Stamford what it has to do. This is a decision that Stamford has to make for itself. But it is an extraordinary opportunity for Stamford to think outside the box when it comes to development in the South End. But we stand as a state ready to be partners with decision makers in Stamford should they, and I would advise and hope, that they move forward with this project. Thank you very much. It's great to be with you. One note, we have I think 1 or 2 other people to speak. At that point, I will take questions on this subject matter, and because I haven't seen the press in a few days, after that I'll take some other questions on other matters.